Hey guys, made a video on Monday, I think it was, might have been Tuesday, I can't remember, but as if you've watched it, things aren't going as good as they could be going. I've been told I'm relapsing in psychosis. I'm like 100% relapsing. Yesterday I had a whole day of pre-episode, and not everyone gets pre-episode, but I know I get quite a massive pre-episode, and basically my pre-episode is when I'm going to have an episode, whether that's the same day or the next day, or just in a matter of long length of time or short length of time, it's very right. Imagine that you've just had one of the biggest meals you could have, and you're so full that it's just that bit uncomfortable. It's not painful, but it's, you've eaten too much and it's uncomfortable. That's what it feels like in my head. And yesterday I had a whole day of pre-episode, and the reason why I can talk about it is because I'm coming out of the pre-episode, but into an episode, but I've still got the pre-episode part, so I know that I can still kind of notice differences. But I know as soon as I go into a full-on episode, I won't be able to notice those differences. I'm trying to remember what happened. Yesterday I literally just could not think, and I didn't know what was going on, although I did know what was going on, and it's so frustrating because I've been doing so well, and I'm gonna be going back to early intervention. I'm seeing my psychologist tomorrow, and although I know I will go, in my head I'm kind of considering not going, because I really don't want to talk to her, to be honest, because I know she's not going to do anything for me, because I've been seeing her for 3 years and 2 months. 3 years and 2 months now, and nothing has ever changed with her. Like, things have got better, but that's more from me being proactive with myself, whereas she hasn't offered therapy, medication, talking to specific people, with this side of things anyway, and she knows it's getting bad because I called her and the receptionist left an urgent message on her machine, not just a message, and she phoned me back, and I was stuttering, which is really good to stutter on. I was stuttering and I couldn't think, and I kept going blank, and she could sense that there was definitely something wrong, and it's very frustrating because at the same time as not wanting to believe that there is something wrong with me, I know there is. I know there is something not right. Like this morning, it's 10:10, and I'm sitting here now against my wall in the living room. The room is quite messy, and literally every now and then I'll be looking down and I will see something move, and then I'll look up and I'll get really scared, because that's what happens in an episode for me. But it starts off very, very kind of light, where I'm kind of looking around thinking, okay, something's not quite right, and then gradually it builds up and builds up and builds up, and it just gets to a point where I can't even notice that it's not real, which, to be honest, doesn't take very long for me to notice that it's not real. If that makes sense. I meant that it doesn't take me very long to come out of the it's not real and go into it's real, and it doesn't take me long to think everything's real. That's what I meant to say. It's quite stressful today because I've got a lesson. I'm supposed to be having a singing lesson at I'm supposed to actually leave in 15 minutes, which will not happen. I can't go to singing, and I'm really worried about going to my film studies class. I probably will go, and I'm going to a gathering, I don't know. I'm going around with friends tonight, and we're planning to get really drunk, and I'm kind of looking forward to that, but I know that things aren't right at the moment, so I don't know whether to go and then just kind of, I'm not sure whether to go and then just not drink, or if I do drink, have as little as possible, because mixing alcohol with how I'm feeling might not be such a good idea, because I know from the past it's enhanced my feelings, because alcohol is a depressant, and if you get more depressed, if you're depressed, you get more depressed, if not always, but if you're sort of more hypery, manic, or whatever you want to call it, more jolly, you get more jolly. If I'm like this, I get more like this, but I'm not sure whether to tell one of my friends that's going. I think she knows I'm having episodes again, but oh my god, this is such a crap video. This is more just for me to talk, because I know that my mum and my brother aren't here, and they don't know that I'm having episodes again. They just know that I'm acting weird, and yeah. I don't want to do the blank out thing, because I go immobile in episodes sometimes, and it's a new thing, and I just go to the point where my arms don't work and my head tilts back, and I don't know whether anyone's ever seen a trip out video of someone on, I think it's called Salvia or something, but if someone's done that, they often kind of just go, and if they have a bad trip, sometimes they go so immobile, but they go really tense. I don't go tense, I just go floppy. Not on Salvia, by the way. But that's when I watched, someone made me watch that video, and that kind of reminded me of myself, of how people described what I looked like. That kind of made me visualize it. And one of the most frustrating things is, one of my friends, I'm worried, is getting quite annoyed with me zoning out, but I can't help it, kind of thing. And I'm going to put a link down to it. But I found this really good video, which was, I'll tell you what it's called. It's called, I think it's this one. No, it's not that one. That's really, really helpful. Okay. I will mute it because I don't want to skip to someone. No, I don't get it. No, it's not this one. It's basically a audio kind of thing. I think it's this one. Yes, it's what's it like to hear voices ? And it's by a channel called Schizophrenic GB. I will put a link to it so you don't have to search for it. But I found it really useful because there is a part when they have, who did they have? George Bush and Al Gore, and they have their faces up, both their faces up, and they have them both making a speech, basically, or addressing something, as it says. And they're talking over the top of each other, and it says, I'm going to ask you 3 questions at the end of this, and ask you to give me the information. And I listened to that, and you do the typical thing. They say, I'm going to ask you 3 questions about what you hear. And I immediately thought, okay, I've got to listen to both. And the fact that I listened to both, I didn't know any of the answers at the end. And I sat there thinking, well, I don't even know what's been said. And I can't even remember any of the words that they mentioned in the video now. That's partly because of what's going on at the moment. It's just, I really don't know what to do now, because it's very frustrating that I'm stuck and I'm back here and I don't want to go out and I don't want to speak to my friends, and I don't know whether you can tell by my hair, because when I do that it just kind of stays there. I haven't had a shower for, I'm trying to think what day we got back. We got back on Sunday, so I haven't had a bath or a shower for 4 days. And this is when I know there is something wrong, because I can't physically get myself to do stuff. And I have a brace, as you know, and I can't even get myself to brush my teeth. I can't even get myself to eat. And I haven't eaten a full day's meal since I've been back from my holiday, because obviously when you're on holiday you have to do everything, and you have 3 set meals and people can prepare them for you, whereas when you're back home and your mum, or your mum, like for me, my mum, she goes to work and my brother goes to school, even though he's a lot younger than me, but I don't have anyone there to do it for me. And yesterday I went to a cafe with one of my friends, and she treated me to some tea and a cake, and that was literally the first thing I'd eaten in a day, apart from about 3 Cheerios. I literally got a massive bowl of Cheerios and I tried to eat it, and I couldn't eat it because I couldn't, I don't know, when I ate I felt really sick, and I'm not ill, I'm not physically ill, I haven't got a stomach bug or anything, I just couldn't eat, my appetite was just gone. And it's the same today, I haven't had breakfast. Last night I kind of forced myself to eat dinner, but the day before that I didn't have breakfast or dinner, I just had lunch. And even yesterday when I had dinner, I had 2 portions of, my OCD-ness is that I have 2 portions of chips, a McFlurry, a Diet Coke with 4 sachets of salt, not the McFlurry, I mean like 2 per each portion of chips, 2 barbecue sauce pots with 2 squirts of barbecue sauce in it, and I get 3 napkins and a straw, and then I lay it out in such a way that it makes me feel comfortable. And I think it's got worse partly because of this, because I know this, I'm out of control and I need that sense of control. And you know, I couldn't even, I ate 2 portions of chips and they were kind of forced down, like really forced down, and I couldn't eat the McFlurry. Like it went really melted and stuff, but I was still gonna eat it. And then when I went to eat it, I felt really sick, and I thought, I can't eat this. And my appetite's like at 0 at the moment.